yesterday, but still kind of feel like shit. I'm gonna keep at it for recording stuff throughout the whole night. I mean, if I think of something to talk about, I'm sure I'll think of something. There was one time at band camp, my dick fell off. This job is like pretty cool, I'd say. I mean, like, out of every job I've had, this is the one that just sticks with me the most. I've tried a whole bunch of different jobs and they all suck. And they all suck. And I mean, delivering pizzas, like, I make like $15.50 an hour plus the tips. And I mean, it's cool because like the harder I like try to get around my town, like try and take the more deliveries I can, like the more my paycheck is gonna be, right? Then I can go gamble with it. Like my paths and shit, like I know where basically every place is, unless some weird delivery gets placed somewhere that I've like never been. I want to get my other car back so I can start driving fast. Got our second delivery. This is an easy like $5 to $10 tip. $10 tip, $10 tip. What? $10 tip. And this other delivery method is also a $10 tip. That's $20 in basically 15 minutes. If you guys want like different POVs of me driving, like from like my steering wheel, I'd like to get a set of those Meta glasses, and then I can like record from my glasses, and then y'all can like actually see how I'm driving. That shit would be dope. So, video I did today, I was playing Rain Bet. With my friend Max, and I'm down like $50. I was doing $1 bets for RPS. Only real ones know what that is. I'll give you a second. RPS. Rock, paper, scissors. What could today's topic be? Job? Yeah, sure. We'll just do that. J-O-B. Job. First person to comment, though, you'll be featured on Delivery Driver. Delivery Driver Incorporation. That's a terrible last name. Last topic I was on, jobs. Yeah. I mean, everybody normal anyway starts from the bottom, right? Like me, I'm normal, everyday Joe. So, in order to make more money than I actually want to, and I'm currently making now, I have to try and build something, right? Something that can generate wealth, right? may be different for a lot of people on what they want to choose for their path. I thought about getting a house. Seen too many videos of people saying getting a house is a bad investment. I want to get a nice car. That's a bad investment, but I'd be happy in it for sure. Getting more money for an easy way, I guess, would be to gamble. Which is probably the shittiest thing you can do for yourself, but I got some basic editing skills. I've tried to edit for other people. They always decline. I would love to record for somebody and then edit their stuff if they gave me the chance. But, you know, nothing's popping up. So it just seems easier to spend my paycheck on gambling. I think what I gotta work on is like short form content. Like I gotta say outrageous shit like grandma nipple titty squeezer 464. What do I think about them? I'm gonna get into it and then just have it go to something like this. Just something to like grab people's attention, you know. I feel like that's what it's all about. Who's got the fucking shortest attention span so you can get the most views. And usually it's from kids. I'm not trying to make kid content or skibbity fucking whatever that shit is. I mean, I figure the best way to get people's attention is to just be myself, right? That's what people say. Just be yourself. And I want people to comment so then I have like something to talk about so I don't just talk about myself. Because I do want to help anybody that's listening, you know? What do I know? I'm just a delivery driver. $5 on blackjack right now. I'll show a clip of me fucking batting on my computer when I get home. I'll edit it in. Like, fuck! $12 tip, $12 tip, $12 tip, $12 tip. So we had 25 because I did take a delivery, but I didn't start recording myself. That one was like $3 or something. $25. And I'm 20 minutes into my shift. Not too shabby. I'd say having a job would be pretty important for like, if you're starting from like the way bottom, right? If you start from here and you want to be here, what's like the first things you need to do? Okay, if you have responsibilities and you got if you got bills and you gotta work, right? Find ways to make money. And a lot of people choose the 9 to 5 route. My buddy, he works night shift, and I never worked a night shift job, but I can only imagine I wouldn't like it. Need a job, right? Trying to get out of the hole, get a job. That's why I don't get why homeless people don't go and get jobs, right? They'd rather beg for money all day, standing out in the cold. Honestly, they'd probably get paid better than me. I do imagine. Now, but yeah, it's their choice, their life. When I get a bunch of money, I'll make homeless people strip for me. Starting from the bottom, get a right? I've been doing that same formula for since I was 17. I am now 23. 6 years. 6 years now. I've been working a bunch of different jobs, and after all of them, they all led back to delivery because the pay is the best, the hours are the best. I'm not breaking my back over anything. You know, I had a job before this one. I was working at Walgreens, and let me tell you something. That shit sucks balls. I've worked at Ace Hardware before. It's all the same thing. It's just like stocking shit. It's one thing if like your job allows you to have like earbuds in, right? When I was working at Walgreens, they didn't let me. They always like yelled at me if I had earbuds in. It's just so boring, and you're getting paid like the same. I'm getting paid the same amount of money working delivery, and I could like listen to music and do whatever I want, listen to whatever I want. I'm making like the same hourly pay that I was working at Walgreens. I'd say if that's your thing, then hey, do it up. But everyone's got their own their own unique way of wanting to work and what they want to do. And stocking shelves is not one of mine. I never worked at like a McDonald's or a Burger King, anything like fast food like that. The job before Walgreens, I was throwing tires, and I mean I'm 6 foot and I'm like really skinny. I have like no muscle mass at all. I want to work on that this year too, and like it was getting me in shape, just like the constant picking up, throwing tires, and then like sometimes if they're like full of water, you would like throw it on top of the lace. That's what you call it like lacing, because it would look like shoelaces tying them. When you throw it up there, you would just get a backsplash of gross tire water all on your clothes, and your day just started half an hour ago. It's like, all right, talk about a job that sucks. That job sucked. I worked in a warehouse job. That shit sucked balls too. Drove an hour there from like where I live. Drove an hour out, then an hour back home. So like 10 hours of work basically, and I didn't get paid. Or I didn't get like driving compensation for it. Like, when working in the warehouse, dude, something clicked in my head, and it just did not feel good. It just felt like I was wasting my life away, honestly. Like I got like a promotion from there, and I got transferred to a different spot. And then I would do my work, and then I would go on my phone, like watch a show or something, like while I'm working, or if I'm like listening to something. And apparently I have no drive to want to do that kind of shit. Like, yeah, no shit. I'm putting nuts and bolts in bags and bagging it up. You want me to just sit there without having some kind of dopamine to get into my brain, bro? No thanks. Not for me. I think I feel mentally overwhelmed. Just because I see no other way just to gamble. Calling it addiction, call it whatever you want, call it coke. I mean, in my head, if I see somebody that spent countless hours on, on gambling, right? Online gambling, and then the next day they're a millionaire, right? So like, what are the chances that that shit happens to me, right? It only makes sense in my mind to try and attempt what other people did to get what I want. Do I deserve it? Yes and no. Say there's a 50% chance that I do deserve it and a 50% chance that I don't. I wouldn't even say that I like work my ass off, because I don't. I mean, I've been working for like 7 years, and then I can already see like where that's gonna lead me, right? I see where it's gonna lead me. It's like, if I don't end up making it, right, then I'm probably gonna be delivering pizzas for the next, I don't know, 30 to 40 years. And that's kind of a scary thought. And it should be, I'm sure. Like, nobody wants to work that job for that long anymore, you know? It's just a scary thought. I mean, I know people struggle with like their own thoughts, like, what's the point? What's the point? And I mean, I get it, right? What's the point to any of it? I mean, for the longest time, I felt like dying, right? And then, like back in high school, all I did was smoke weed and play video games and not focus on fucking anything. And that shit sucked. It sucked balls, right? I want to live, right? I'm sure a lot of people do want to live, but they want like an easy escape. They want a whole bunch of money, and then they want to, right? They want to go somewhere else with a whole bunch of money and then not have to worry about anything, and then you live your life, right? I mean, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but if some people were born into like no poverty, or they were born with a metaphor with a silver spoon in their mouth, like, you just got an unlucky hand of the cards, right? And sometimes it's just like that, and then some people are like, okay, so I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. What's the point of trying? We're gonna die anyway. And then they end up, doing something drastic. And then families are sad. Friends are sad. It's a lose-lose for everybody. Why does it feel that way? So I'd say I feel that way I would only feel that way if I had absolutely no one else in my life, right? If I didn't have a friend, if I didn't have family, like, I would just want to do it. And it's not that I'm afraid of dying. It's more I'm afraid of what's after that, right? Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's after that shit. Probably can't even see me. This shit is so fucking... It's a weird thought. I guess it's more like journaling my own thoughts down, but in, you know, in like a video format, I guess. Like I want to help everybody, but I gotta help myself first, you know? I bet that feeling's great, you know? You get a whole bunch of money and you can pay off everything for your entire family, and then they just praise you like a god, or they just always ask for money, which I'm sure is the case for some. I think I gotta look up like a specific formula of how to achieve that. I mean, I don't want to own a business, right? Unless it's like actually helping people, like some kind of charity. I mean, I keep saying I mean and I know and you know, like I keep saying that shit. Like I need to work on my own talking. Life is weird, and then you see people with stuff that you don't have and you want it, and then you're thinking in your head, okay, what can I do to get that? And the only thing that I come to a conclusion with in my own head is to gamble. I don't know why. It seems the easiest. Maybe it's the risk.